Good day, everybody. Thank you for joining. Today we're going to take a look at the XtremIO management GUI. I went ahead and logged in because it took a few seconds. I don't want to burn the time, but what you do is you would open any modern web browser, type in the IP address of the XtremIO management server, also known as the XMS, and hit enter. Enter your credentials, and you will be confronted or land on this landing page here. As you can see, this big white area is the main viewing pane. To the left over here is the navigation menu, and this top blue bar across the top is the less frequently accessed configuration options and items. So here we see health, performance, and capacity. This is a real-time or actually an active array, so you'll see these numbers change to reflect the activity on the array. We drill down into health, and we can see that we have the XMS is green, good to go, and we have a cluster composed of, X2-1 single expert, and that's also reflected down here. Now we don't see any major critical errors here, but we see a little pop-up here. If we wanted to investigate that, we could go over here and click view details. I happen to know that that's a minor alert for some DIM issue, and it's been acknowledged. So if we go to performance here, we will see the active IOPS and the overall performance here. We can go down here and get weekly patterns and so forth, and drill down and get reports. So we're peaking out around 60-ish IOPS. Over here we should also show the top volumes over here that we can drill down to also as far as IOPS, latency, and bandwidth. Over to the upper right, click on capacity. This will show you the physical capacity right now, 35 terabytes of used capacity. And over to the right here, we'll do data savings, also reflected by that DRR right here, which is the data reduction ratio. And that number is comprised of deduplication, compression, and then thin partition. Go over to notifications, that's what we looked at earlier. Events, alerts, and advisories. We can take a look at the configuration. It'll show us the volumes, consistency groups, snapshot sets, things like that. Existing volumes, I can create new volumes here. I can manage the existing volumes. I can map it to host. Do things like repurpose, protection, set up replication schedules, local and remote. We now offer QoS, so we do that stuff here. We can tag objects or for easier search later. We have a data protection tab here to configure and view local and remote replication. We now offer native asynchronous replication within XtremIO. And then we also integrate now with the latest release with AppSync, which is our integrated copy data management software. This is a particularly interesting or powerful tool software that gives the copy data management into the hands of the application owners. It works deeply or broadly across industry, namely Microsoft Exchange, SQL, Oracle, and also VMware, which gives you actually granular copy protection using snapshots at the granular level of virtual machines versus the entire data store. You can also go in here and view reports, take a look at any kind of issues that we may have. Top performance. Performance will give me numbers like IOPS, bandwidth, and latency. If I'm trying to size an array or add capacity, and for the consideration of performance, we would take like a performance view and then also block size, since that affects overall performance. Get health reports and capacity reports, offer capacity planning, and so forth. Click on the hardware tab, and we see again single X2, the single X2 with the brick named X1. We hover over this picture. We can see here, well, first off, we've got a DA at the bottom containing 72 disks, or up to 72 disks, on top of storage controller 1 and storage controller 2. You can hover over these and get a little information, click it, and you see the information over here on the right. I can take a back view of the same thing. Click on these ports, for example. I can see that that's a fiber channel port, and that's an iSCSI port that's actually down. I can do a neat thing like show connections. I can be discriminate and go, let me just see a couple of connections, a single connection type, or I can show all. And I'll show all the cable connections. Go over and take an inventory. We can see again that this is a single cluster, a single X brick with 2 controllers, which you would expect. Local disks are 6, so it's only using 6 of the 72 slots. We have DAs. Local disk, that's a different disk. I'm sorry, those are local disks to the array that house the operating system and do other things. And then we have SSDs down here, 24 that are contributing to the storage resources. Over there, the top blue bar, you can do a search. You can see at a glance the system is healthy. This would show any major critical alerts. We can click on this settings, familiar settings icon, and check settings for this to make changes here. And then we can go over here and click on this. Of note is, well, if we want to do an about, that's like typical software, we can do about. You will see the versioning. This is a 6.2 build 81. You can do a sign out, and we can take a look at support. So this is interesting here because we can do a live chat with support. We can create a service request from within the GUI. We got the numbers to call customer service. We got at a glance cluster information. We got a product support page. Click on that link, it'll take you there. Any kind of software downloads you need, you click on that. And we'll even take you to their education services webpage if you're interested in training. And then we can also allow you to collaborate with others in the XtremIO community. Anyway, that is our XtremIO management GUI at a glance. Thank you for your time today.